Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a power so underestimated, so misunderstood, yet so profound that it can transform your life. That power is silence. Silence is often misinterpreted as a sign of weakness, passivity, or even ignorance. Yet those who understand its true essence know that silence is one of the most profound demonstrations of strength. It requires more courage to stay silent when emotions run high than to react impulsively. Silence is not merely the absence of sound or words. It is a deliberate choice, an active decision to conserve energy, maintain composure, and focus on what truly matters. In a world where everyone is vying for attention, raising their voices, and seeking validation through words, silence can set you apart as someone who possesses unshakable confidence. When faced with adversity, arguments, or criticism, the instinctive reaction is often to speak up, defend oneself, or retaliate. But there is immense power in choosing not to respond. It takes great inner strength to resist the urge to justify, explain, or argue. Silence in these moments becomes a shield that protects your peace of mind and preserves your energy. Engaging in unnecessary disputes often drains you emotionally and mentally, leaving you distracted from your true purpose. By staying silent, you demonstrate that you are in control of your emotions and that you do not need external validation to prove your worth. Silence also reflects a deep understanding of timing. There is a time to speak and a time to remain silent. Those who master this balance exhibit a level of wisdom that few possess. Speaking out of turn or when emotions are heightened often leads to regret. Words spoken in anger or haste cannot be taken back, and they often cause more harm than good. In contrast, silence allows for reflection, giving you the opportunity to assess a situation, weigh your options, and respond only when it is truly necessary. This ability to pause and think before acting is a hallmark of true strength and maturity. Furthermore, silence can disarm those who seek to provoke or challenge you. When someone criticizes or confronts you, their intent is often to elicit a reaction. By refusing to engage, you deny them the satisfaction of seeing you unsettled. This silent resistance can be far more powerful than any verbal response. It sends a clear message that you are unshaken, unbothered, and above petty disputes. This kind of composure often leaves others questioning their own approach as they realize that their words or actions hold no power over you. In professional settings, silence can be a strategic tool for asserting authority and commanding respect. Leaders who know when to listen rather than speak often gain the trust and admiration of their teams. Silence in these moments conveys a sense of gravitas, showing that you are thoughtful and deliberate in your actions. When you do speak, your words carry more weight because they are backed by the power of your silence. This contrasts sharply with those who constantly speak without truly saying anything meaningful, as their voices often fade into the background. On a personal level, silence is a reflection of self-confidence. People who are comfortable with silence are often secure in themselves and their abilities. They do not feel the need to fill every pause with words or to prove themselves through constant explanation. This quiet confidence is magnetic, drawing others toward them and inspiring trust. It demonstrates that they are not seeking approval or validation from others, as they are already assured of their own value. Silence also provides a space for self-reflection and growth. In moments of quiet, you have the opportunity to connect with your inner self, evaluate your thoughts and feelings, and gain clarity about your goals and aspirations. This introspection is a source of immense strength, as it allows you to understand yourself better and align your actions with your true purpose. In a noisy world, carving out time for silence is an act of self-care that replenishes your energy and fortifies your spirit. In relationships, silence can be a powerful tool for de-escalation and understanding. When disagreements arise, choosing silence over confrontation can create a space for emotions to settle and for both parties to reflect on the situation. It demonstrates a willingness to prioritize harmony over winning an argument, which often leads to more productive and meaningful resolutions. Silence in these moments is not about avoiding conflict, but about approaching it with a calm and measured mindset. Silence also plays a crucial role in building resilience. Life is full of challenges, and not every obstacle requires an immediate response. By embracing silence, you cultivate patience and learn to endure difficult situations without becoming overwhelmed. This resilience is a testament to your inner strength, as it shows that you can weather storms without losing a sense of balance and composure. In essence, silence is far more than the absence of sound. It is a powerful expression of strength, self-control, and wisdom. It allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity, commanding respect and admiration from those around you. Listening is an art that many people overlook in their quest to be heard. Most individuals engage in conversations with the primary intention of replying, often formulating their responses while the other person is still speaking. This approach leads to superficial communication, where the depth of understanding is lost. However, true listening, active, intentional listening requires a willingness to pause, to absorb, and to truly comprehend what the other person is saying. It demands that you silence your own thoughts and focus entirely on the speaker. This form of listening, though rare, is incredibly powerful because it builds trust, strengthens relationships, and uncovers insights that would otherwise be missed. When you listen to understand, you place the other person at the center of the conversation. This act of prioritizing their words over your own response conveys a sense of respect and empathy. People yearn to be heard, and when you give them your undivided attention, it makes them feel valued and validated. This simple yet profound act has the potential to transform relationships, whether personal or professional. It creates an environment of mutual respect and encourages open, honest communication. In contrast, when someone feels ignored or misunderstood, they are less likely to share openly, leading to breakdowns in trust and connection. Listening to understand also requires a level of humility. It means acknowledging that you don't have all the answers and that you can learn something from every interaction. This mindset shifts your focus from proving a point to seeking knowledge. When you approach conversations with this perspective, you open yourself to a wealth of insights and ideas that you might otherwise overlook. Everyone has a unique perspective shaped by their experiences, and by truly listening, you gain access to a broader understanding of the world. This not only enriches your knowledge, but also enhances your ability to empathize with others. In high stress or emotionally charged situations, listening to understand becomes even more crucial. People often communicate not just through their words, but also through their tone, body language, and emotional energy. By paying close attention to these cues, you can discern the underlying emotions and intentions behind their words. This deeper level of understanding allows you to respond in a way that addresses their true concerns rather than just the surface level issues. It also helps to de-escalate conflicts as the other person feels seen and heard, which can diffuse tension and pave the way for constructive dialogue. Listening is not just about hearing the words being spoken, it is about engaging with the speaker on a deeper level. This involves asking thoughtful questions, paraphrasing to confirm your understanding, and showing genuine interest in their perspective. These actions demonstrate that you are actively engaged in the conversation and that you value what they have to say. This level of engagement often encourages the speaker to open up further, leading to richer and more meaningful exchanges. It also helps to clarify any misunderstandings, ensuring that both parties are on the same page. In professional settings, the ability to listen to understand is a critical leadership skill. Leaders who practice active listening gain a deeper understanding of their team's strengths, challenges, and needs. This understanding enables them to make more informed decisions and to create an environment where everyone feels heard and appreciated. Employees are more likely to be engaged and motivated when they feel that their input is valued. Moreover, active listening fosters collaboration as it encourages the sharing of ideas and the resolution of conflicts in a constructive manner. On a personal level, listening to understand can transform the way you connect with those around you. It allows you to build stronger, more authentic relationships based on mutual respect and trust. When you truly listen to someone, you demonstrate that you care about them as a person, not just about what they can offer you. This level of care and attention often inspires others to reciprocate, creating a positive feedback loop that deepens the bond between you. Listening also has the power to change the way you see the world. When you open yourself to understanding different perspectives, you expand your own worldview. This not only broadens your horizons, but also fosters a sense of empathy and compassion. It challenges you to question your assumptions and to see situations from angles you may not have considered before. This ability to view the world through others' eyes is a hallmark of emotional intelligence and is essential for navigating the complexities of human relationships. In addition, listening to understand can have a profound impact on your personal growth. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, to gain new insights, and to refine your own thoughts and beliefs. By approaching each interaction with an open mind and a willingness to listen, you set yourself up for continuous learning and self-improvement. This growth mindset not only enhances your personal and professional relationships, but also helps you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and adaptability. Listening is a skill that requires practice and intentionality. It involves quieting your own inner dialogue, resisting the urge to interrupt, and fully immersing yourself in the conversation. It demands patience, as it often requires you to hold back your own thoughts and opinions until the speaker has fully expressed themselves. However, the rewards of true listening far outweigh the effort it takes. It is through listening that we build bridges, resolve conflicts, and create a deeper sense of connection and understanding with those around us. Your intuition is one of the most profound and underutilized tools you possess. It is that quiet inner voice, that subtle nudge guiding you toward what feels right or cautioning you against potential harm. However, in the noise of everyday life, this voice is often drowned out by the chatter of doubts, fears, and external opinions. Silence is the gateway to your intuition. It creates the stillness necessary to hear what is already within you. In moments of quiet, when distractions fade away, your inner wisdom has the space to rise to the surface, offering clarity and direction that cannot be found elsewhere. Intuition is not a mysterious or magical force. It is the product of your subconscious mind processing information faster than your conscious mind can comprehend. It draws upon your experiences, knowledge, and observations, weaving them into insights that often manifest as a gut feeling. This innate guidance system operates best in the absence of noise, both external and internal. Silence allows you to attune yourself to these subtle signals, recognizing patterns and truths that might otherwise go unnoticed. Modern life, with its constant barrage of stimuli, rarely affords us the opportunity to sit quietly and reflect. Phones buzz, notifications ping, and conversations demand our attention. These distractions keep us perpetually engaged with the outside world, leaving little room for introspection. Over time, this disconnection from our inner selves weakens our ability to trust and rely on our intuition. Reclaiming the power of silence is essential for restoring this connection. When you intentionally step away from the noise and create moments of stillness, you give yourself the gift of reconnecting with your deeper instincts. Intuition thrives in moments of presence. When you are fully engaged in the now, without the weight of past regrets or future anxieties, your mind becomes more receptive to intuitive insights. Silence facilitates this presence, stripping away the mental clutter that often clouds your judgment. It invites you to slow down and truly experience the moment, allowing your intuition to work unhindered. This process is not about forcing answers, but about creating the conditions in which answers can naturally emerge. One of the most remarkable aspects of intuition is its ability to guide you toward decisions that align with your authentic self. In a world that often pressures you to conform to societal expectations or follow a predetermined path, your intuition serves as a compass pointing you back to what truly matters to you. It helps you distinguish between choices that are driven by external influences and those that resonate with your core values. Silence amplifies this guidance, allowing you to hear the subtle yet powerful pull of your inner truth. Listening to your intuition requires trust in yourself and in the process. This trust can be difficult to cultivate, especially if you have been conditioned to rely on logic, data, or the opinions of others. Yet, intuition is not opposed to logic, rather, it complements it. There are times when all the facts align, yet something within you hesitates. That hesitation is your intuition picking up on details that your conscious mind may have overlooked. Silence gives you the space to honor this feeling, to explore it without judgment, and to understand its message. In moments of uncertainty or doubt, silence becomes a sanctuary where you can seek clarity. Instead of rushing to make a decision or seeking advice from others, you can retreat into stillness and allow your intuition to guide you. This practice requires patience, as intuitive insights do not always appear immediately. However, by creating the conditions for stillness, you increase the likelihood of accessing the wisdom you need. Over time, this process becomes second nature, and you begin to trust your intuition with greater confidence. Silence also allows you to distinguish between intuition and fear. Fear is often loud, urgent, and overwhelming, whereas intuition is calm, steady, and persistent. By sitting in silence, you can learn to discern between the two, recognizing when your instincts are trying to protect you versus when your fears are holding you back. This discernment is crucial for making decisions that are aligned with your growth and well-being. Another profound benefit of tuning into your intuition through silence is the sense of empowerment it brings. When you trust your inner voice, you no longer feel the need to rely on external validation or approval. You become more self-assured, confident in your ability to navigate life's challenges. This self-reliance is liberating, freeing you from the constant search for answers outside of yourself. It reinforces the understanding that you already have the wisdom you need within you, waiting to be accessed through moments of quiet reflection. Intuition, when nurtured through silence, also enhances your ability to connect with others. It allows you to sense unspoken emotions, intentions, and dynamics in your interactions. This heightened awareness can deepen your relationships as you become more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you. It also helps you navigate social situations with greater ease as you are able to pick up on cues that others might miss. This intuitive understanding fosters empathy and strengthens your ability to build meaningful connections. By embracing silence and tuning into your intuition, you unlock a powerful tool for living a more intentional, authentic, and fulfilling life. It is not about eliminating all external input, but about creating the balance necessary to hear and trust your inner guidance. In life, we are often faced with situations that stir strong emotions within us. Whether it is an argument, a confrontation, or a personal attack, the natural response is typically to defend ourselves, justify our actions, or counterattack. However, true power lies not in reacting immediately, but in choosing to respond with thoughtfulness and self-control. Silence in the face of a provocative situation provides the space necessary for reflection, enabling you to pause before reacting. This deliberate pause not only protects you from making impulsive decisions, but also allows you to assess the situation with clarity, ensuring that your response aligns with your greater goals and values. One of the most valuable aspects of silence is its ability to prevent escalation. When someone confronts you, whether in anger or criticism, your instinct may be to retaliate, to defend your position, or to strike back with equal force. Yet this immediate reaction often fuels the conflict, perpetuating the cycle of tension and aggression. By remaining silent, you deny the other person the satisfaction of seeing you riled up. You take control of the narrative and diffuse the situation, creating a moment of calm in what could otherwise spiral into an emotional storm. Silence has the unique ability to de-escalate, turning a potentially volatile moment into one of quiet strength. Moreover, responding rather than reacting allows you to make conscious choices about how you wish to present yourself. When you choose silence, you are not surrendering, you are asserting your ability to control your emotions and your behavior. By not immediately jumping into defense mode, you convey a sense of confidence, maturity, and restraint. Your silence speaks volumes about your self-discipline and your awareness of the bigger picture. It shows that you are not easily swayed by the opinions or provocations of others and that you are grounded in your own convictions. Another profound benefit of remaining silent in moments of tension is the opportunity it provides for introspection. In the heat of the moment, our emotions can cloud our judgment, leading us to act in ways that we may later regret. When you take a step back and choose silence, you create the space to evaluate the situation from a place of reason rather than emotion. This pause allows you to consider the intentions of the other person, the broader context of the conversation, and the most effective way to respond. It gives you the clarity to discern whether it is worth engaging in the confrontation at all, or whether it would be more beneficial to remain quiet and move on. In this way, silence becomes a tool for making wiser, more thoughtful decisions. Silence also forces you to confront your own emotions, particularly those that might be uncomfortable or difficult to deal with. When confronted with criticism or aggression, it is easy to be swept up in feelings of anger, defensiveness, or insecurity. However, if you resist the urge to react immediately, you give yourself the opportunity to process these emotions and understand their source. This emotional self-awareness is essential for personal growth and maturity. By acknowledging and managing your emotions, you are able to respond in a way that is aligned with your long-term goals and values rather than being driven by momentary feelings. Silence, in this sense, becomes a form of emotional intelligence, allowing you to handle even the most difficult situations with composure and grace. In addition to managing your own emotions, silence enables you to better understand the emotions of others. When you remain quiet, you not only stop yourself from reacting impulsively, but you also create the space to listen and observe. This can reveal underlying motivations or hidden truths that might not be immediately apparent. By choosing not to speak, you allow the other person to express themselves fully. And in doing so, you gain valuable insight into their perspective. This deeper understanding can help you navigate the situation more effectively, responding with empathy and insight rather than reactionary hostility. Furthermore, silence allows you to maintain your personal power in the face of adversity. When you engage in an argument or conflict, you often end up giving away your energy, your time, your focus, and your emotional resources. But by remaining silent, you retain your energy, keeping it focused on what truly matters rather than being consumed by the conflict at hand. This self-preservation is not about avoiding conflict altogether, but about choosing when and how to engage in a way that is most beneficial for you. Silence preserves your energy, ensuring that it is directed toward meaningful pursuits rather than being wasted on unproductive battles. Silence also helps you avoid saying things in anger that you may later regret. Words once spoken cannot be taken back. In the heat of the moment, it can be tempting to say things that feel good in the moment, but are damaging in the long run. By remaining silent, you prevent yourself from making a rash decision that could harm relationships, tarnish your reputation, or create unnecessary conflict. Silence gives you the time to cool down and think more rationally before speaking, allowing you to carefully choose your words rather than speaking impulsively. This self-control strengthens your integrity, ensuring that you maintain your dignity even in challenging situations. Additionally, by mastering the art of silence, you become more selective in the battles you choose to engage in. Not every confrontation requires your participation, and not every criticism demands a response. Silence teaches you the importance of discernment, understanding when it is worth defending yourself and when it is more beneficial to let go. Some battles are simply not worth fighting, and by choosing silence, you assert your ability to pick your battles wisely. This selective engagement helps you conserve your energy for the things that truly matter, enabling you to focus on your personal growth and the pursuit of your goals rather than getting bogged down in unimportant disputes. In relationships, whether personal or professional, silence can be a tool for maintaining respect and dignity. When you are confronted with a situation that could lead to conflict, silence allows you to avoid saying something hurtful or damaging. It creates space for mutual understanding, offering both parties the time to reflect on their words and actions. This creates an environment where communication can be more constructive and less driven by emotion. Through silence, you demonstrate the importance of preserving the relationship over winning an argument. This approach fosters trust, respect, and deeper connection as both parties recognize the value of calm and measured communication. Silence, when embraced, is an incredibly potent tool for self-reflection. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are endless and demands are constant, it is easy to lose touch with who you truly are. We often find ourselves so caught up in the noise of life, the expectations of others, the constant influx of information, and the pressure to meet certain standards that we forget to pause and examine our inner world. Silence gives us the space to reconnect with our deepest thoughts and feelings, allowing us to step back and reflect on our actions, our choices, and our purpose. It provides the much-needed clarity that enables us to understand ourselves better, make more informed decisions, and live with intention. Through silence, you gain the opportunity to step away from external influences and simply be with yourself. In these moments of quiet, you can evaluate your life without the constant interruptions of other people's opinions or the distractions of technology. It is during these moments that you can begin to peel back the layers of your mind and reflect on your true desires, fears, and dreams. When the external world falls away, you can access the quiet space within where your authentic self resides. It is in this space that you are able to confront the truths you may otherwise ignore or suppress the things that you might be avoiding out of fear or discomfort. These realizations, though sometimes challenging, are vital for personal growth and transformation. Self-reflection through silence also encourages emotional clarity. Life can be overwhelming, and emotions, if left unchecked, can quickly cloud our judgment. When you take the time to sit in silence, you create a safe space to fully process your emotions without the rush to react or act upon them immediately. This pause allows you to explore the roots of your feelings, why they arise, and how they affect your actions. Silence grants you the freedom to detach from your emotions, allowing you to observe them with more objectivity rather than becoming consumed by them. Instead of acting on impulse or making decisions based on fleeting emotions, you can take the time to consider your choices thoughtfully and in alignment with your long-term values and goals. In moments of quiet, you are also given the opportunity to examine your thoughts and beliefs. Often we operate on autopilot, reacting to situations based on old patterns or conditioning. Silence helps break this cycle by encouraging introspection. When you are not constantly surrounded by noise and external input, you can identify and challenge the beliefs that no longer serve you. Are you holding on to limiting beliefs that restrict your potential? Are you operating from a place of fear or insecurity rather than confidence and self-assurance? Silence allows you to identify these thought patterns and begin to question their validity. It gives you the time and space to rewrite your internal narrative, adopting beliefs that empower you to live the life you truly desire. Moreover, silence allows you to reconnect with your intuition. In the busyness of life, it's easy to ignore that small, quiet voice inside you, the one that gently guides you toward what feels right and away from what doesn't. Silence acts as a bridge to this inner wisdom, providing the conditions necessary for you to hear it clearly. In a world that often prizes rational thinking and logical analysis, intuition is frequently overlooked. However, intuition is an incredibly powerful tool that connects us to our deeper knowledge, often offering guidance that transcends what we can logically comprehend. When you make time for silence, you create the mental and emotional space for your intuition to emerge, helping you make decisions that are in alignment with your authentic self. The process of self-reflection also involves a deep examination of your goals and aspirations. We often rush through life, chasing external markers of success or trying to meet societal expectations without ever stopping to ask ourselves if those goals are truly ours. Silence creates the space to reflect on your purpose, your vision for the future, and what you truly want to achieve. Are you living your life according to your own desires, or are you simply following the path that others have laid out for you? By sitting in quiet contemplation, you can realign yourself with your true passions and values, refocusing your energy on the pursuits that matter most to you. This clarity allows you to prioritize your efforts and make decisions that move you closer to your goals, rather than getting caught up in distractions or obligations that don't serve your greater purpose. Self-reflection also provides an opportunity for healing. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it is easy to brush past emotional wounds, unresolved conflicts, or past traumas. Silence, however, offers a safe space for you to acknowledge these hurts and begin the process of healing. When you stop to listen to your inner self, you allow the pain, regret, or sorrow that may have been buried deep within to rise to the surface. Acknowledging these emotions is the first step in releasing them, allowing you to move forward with a sense of peace and closure. Healing requires vulnerability. And silence creates the space to sit with discomfort, face unresolved issues, and ultimately transform them into sources of strength and wisdom. In addition to emotional and mental clarity, silence can also enhance your physical well-being. The constant noise and stress of modern life can have detrimental effects on your body, leading to fatigue, anxiety, and other health issues. Silence offers the opportunity for rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. When you allow yourself the time to simply be still, you reduce stress and promote a sense of calm and balance in both your body and mind. This state of relaxation is essential for overall well-being, as it supports the body's natural healing processes and helps you maintain energy levels. By regularly incorporating silence into your life, you can recharge and restore yourself, enabling you to approach your responsibilities and challenges with greater focus and vitality. In a world that constantly demands our attention, silence becomes a radical act of self-care. It is a gift that allows us to reconnect with ourselves, to explore our inner world, and to deepen our understanding of who we are and what we truly want. Through silence, we create the space for healing, clarity, and growth, allowing us to live more intentionally and authentically. It is in these moments of stillness that we discover our true potential and empower ourselves to move forward with greater confidence and purpose. Silence holds an incredible ability to sharpen our focus. In our current world, distractions are endless, whether it's the constant notifications on our phones, the overwhelming demands of work and personal life, or the myriad of opinions and expectations that bombard us every day. It is all too easy to become lost in the noise, to have our attention pulled in multiple directions at once, and to lose sight of what truly matters. Silence, however, allows us to regain control of our focus, providing us with the clarity needed to direct our attention to what is most important. It forces us to step away from the chaos and return to a place of deep concentration, where we can think more clearly and with intention. The art of focusing, however, is not something that comes naturally to most people. In fact, the modern world, with its overwhelming influx of information, has conditioned many of us to have scattered attention spans. The constant noise in our lives makes it difficult to stay grounded in a single task or thought for an extended period. Silence offers us the opportunity to break this cycle, to step back and reestablish the kind of deep, sustained focus that leads to meaningful progress. When surrounded by silence, distractions fade into the background, allowing our minds to settle and direct all their energy to the task at hand. This focused attention is where true creativity, productivity, and mastery emerge. One of the key benefits of silence in enhancing focus is the way it allows our minds to rest and recalibrate. Just as the body needs rest in order to function at its highest capacity, the mind also requires periods of quiet to rejuvenate. Without these moments of stillness, the mind can become fatigued, scattered, and overwhelmed by the constant barrage of thoughts, tasks, and external stimuli. Silence gives the mind the space to breathe, to recover from the noise, and to sharpen its ability to concentrate. This is when we are able to regain clarity of thought and focus our energy in a direction that brings us closer to our goals. By regularly incorporating periods of silence into our routines, we can prevent mental burnout and sustain our focus over the long term. Silence also plays a vital role in helping us cut through the clutter of competing ideas and distractions. In a world where everyone seems to have an opinion and where it feels like there is always something else demanding our attention, it can be difficult to determine what truly matters. Silence serves as a filter, allowing us to sift through the noise and identify what is essential. In the absence of constant input, we can tune into our own thoughts and ideas, allowing them to come to the forefront without interference. Silence helps us prioritize, allowing us to eliminate the distractions and superfluous information that might otherwise derail our focus. By quieting the mind, we make room for the thoughts and insights that align with our deeper purpose and goals. The clarity that silence brings is also essential in making decisions. When we are constantly surrounded by external input and distractions, our decision-making abilities can become clouded by confusion, indecision, or a sense of urgency. Silence allows us to slow down and evaluate our options with a clear mind, taking the time to consider all factors without being rushed by outside pressures. In these quiet moments, we can reflect on our values, our vision, and what aligns with our long-term goals. This enables us to make decisions that are in alignment with our true desires rather than making reactive decisions based on the noise of the moment. By cultivating silence, we empower ourselves to take more thoughtful, deliberate actions that lead us toward lasting success. In addition to providing mental clarity, silence also helps us to deepen our self-awareness, which in turn enhances our ability to focus. When we are constantly distracted, we are often unaware of the thoughts, feelings, and patterns that influence our decisions. Silence invites us to look inward, to observe our thoughts without judgment, and to become more attuned to our inner workings. Through this awareness, we are able to identify any negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, or distractions that may be preventing us from focusing on what truly matters. This heightened self-awareness allows us to make more conscious choices about where we direct our attention and energy, ensuring that we stay focused on our most important goals. Silence also allows us to clear mental clutter and reduce the noise in our lives. Often our minds are cluttered with worries, doubts, and a constant stream of thoughts that make it difficult to focus on the present moment. These thoughts often pull us away from the task at hand, preventing us from giving our full attention to what is before us. By embracing silence, we create the mental space needed to clear away this clutter, allowing us to focus more deeply and intentionally. In a state of quiet, the distractions fade, and we are left with the ability to focus solely on the present moment, free from the mental noise that usually consumes us. The practice of silence also encourages mindfulness, which is directly linked to enhanced focus. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, and silence provides the perfect conditions for cultivating this awareness. When we are surrounded by noise and distractions, it is easy to become disengaged from what we are doing. Silence helps us return to the present, fostering a deep sense of mindfulness that allows us to give our full attention to the task at hand. Whether it is working on a project, engaging in a conversation, or simply enjoying a moment of peace, silence allows us to be fully present, making our actions more purposeful and effective. The more we practice mindfulness through silence, the more we strengthen our ability to focus on the things that matter most in our lives. Additionally, silence offers the opportunity for deep reflection, which sharpens our ability to focus on long-term objectives. In the absence of distractions, we are able to reflect on our goals, review our progress, and assess whether our actions are aligned with our greater purpose. This reflection not only helps us stay on course, but also enhances our ability to focus on the steps required to achieve our goals. With silence, we can recalibrate and ensure that we are directing our energy and attention in the most effective way possible. In this sense, silence becomes a powerful tool for maintaining long-term focus and achieving meaningful success. Finally, silence encourages the practice of patience. In today's world, where everything is moving at an incredibly fast pace, it is easy to fall into the trap of wanting instant results or immediate gratification. Silence, however, teaches us to slow down and cultivate patience. It reminds us that true focus requires sustained effort over time, and that the process is just as important as the outcome. By embracing silence, we can better appreciate the journey and remain focused on the long-term goals that will lead to true fulfillment and success. Silence is a powerful tool for improving our communication skills. In a world where everyone seems to have something to say, we often find ourselves engaging in endless conversations without truly listening or understanding one another. We are so focused on expressing our thoughts or making our point that we miss the opportunity to truly absorb what others are communicating. Silence offers us the opportunity to step back from the need to talk, to pause, and to engage in active listening. It allows us to become more attuned to the words, body language, and emotions of those around us, fostering deeper, more meaningful connections and interactions. When we embrace silence, we begin to understand that communication is not just about speaking, but about listening and observing. Often, people are more willing to open up and share their thoughts when they feel that they are being heard. In a conversation, we tend to respond quickly, eager to offer our opinion or solution. Yet, in doing so, we may overlook the real message being communicated. By incorporating silence into our interactions, we create space for others to express themselves fully. Silence does not mean an absence of communication, but rather a moment of intentional quiet that encourages others to speak without interruption, to articulate their thoughts more clearly, and to feel heard and valued. Moreover, silence helps us become more mindful of the tone and delivery of our own words. In a fast-paced world, we often speak without thinking, letting our words flow out impulsively or reacting without considering the impact of our message. When we embrace silence, we give ourselves the opportunity to pause and reflect before responding. This moment of stillness enables us to choose our words with greater care, ensuring that we communicate more effectively and with intention. Silence allows us to measure our response thoughtfully so that our words align with our values, our intentions, and the outcome we hope to achieve. It is through silence that we learn the power of speaking with purpose rather than reacting out of emotion or habit. In addition to improving our ability to listen and speak thoughtfully, silence fosters empathy. It's easy to become distracted by our own thoughts and concerns when engaging in a conversation, and as a result, we may miss the underlying emotions or needs of the other person. Silence, however, enables us to slow down and attune ourselves to the emotional currents beneath the words. In a conversation, people often communicate more through their tone, body language, and energy than through the words themselves. Silence helps us to pick up on these subtle cues, making us more empathetic and responsive to the feelings and needs of others. By creating a space for stillness in our communication, we can engage in more compassionate, understanding conversations that deepen our connections with others. Furthermore, silence allows for better problem solving and conflict resolution. In moments of disagreement or tension, it is easy for conversations to become heated or for misunderstandings to arise. Silence provides a crucial pause, allowing everyone involved to step back and collect their thoughts. This moment of stillness helps to prevent impulsive reactions that could escalate the situation. It allows individuals to reflect on their emotions, reconsider their points of view, and approach the conversation with a calmer, more open mindset. In these instances, silence can be an effective tool for de-escalating conflict and facilitating resolution. When we choose silence in moments of tension, we create an environment where thoughtful, constructive dialogue can take place, leading to more effective solutions and stronger relationships. Silence is also instrumental in improving nonverbal communication. Much of human communication happens without words through gestures, expressions, eye contact, and posture. In a world where we are often so focused on verbal exchanges, we can miss the subtle, yet powerful messages conveyed through nonverbal means. Silence gives us the chance to pay attention to these unspoken cues and become more aware of how our body language impacts the conversation. By observing the reactions and emotions of others without interruption, we can become more attuned to the dynamics of a situation and respond in a way that is aligned with what is truly being communicated. Another critical aspect of communication that silence enhances is the ability to reflect on and understand the messages we receive. When we are constantly talking or responding, we often miss the opportunity to truly process the information that is being shared with us. Silence creates the space to reflect on what others are saying, allowing us to comprehend the deeper meaning behind their words. It allows us to ask ourselves questions such as, what is the speaker truly trying to convey? What are their needs or concerns? What are the emotions underlying their words? In this quiet space, we become better listeners, more able to absorb information, and more skilled at responding in ways that reflect a deeper understanding of the conversation. Furthermore, silence helps us cultivate patience in our communication. In our fast-paced world, we are often in a hurry to speak or to offer our opinion. We are conditioned to respond quickly, sometimes before the other person has finished speaking or fully articulated their point. Silence, however, teaches us the power of patience. By pausing before speaking, we allow the other person the time to express themselves fully. This not only shows respect for the speaker, but also ensures that we do not interrupt or derail the conversation. Patience in communication allows for more thoughtful, considerate exchanges, and it creates an environment where both parties feel heard and understood. In a world where distractions and interruptions are ever present, silence offers a rare and valuable opportunity to deepen our communication. It allows us to become more present, more attentive, and more mindful of both our own words and the words of others. By embracing silence in our interactions, we foster an environment of active listening, empathy, and understanding, creating stronger and more meaningful connections. Silence is not the absence of communication, but rather a powerful tool that enables us to communicate more effectively, thoughtfully, and authentically. Silence is a profound tool for fostering emotional balance. In a world that is often chaotic and filled with external pressures, our emotions can easily become overwhelmed, leading to stress, anxiety, and emotional turbulence. Every day we face a barrage of stimuli, people, situations, expectations, and challenges that can evoke strong emotional reactions. In these moments of emotional intensity, silence serves as a calming force, offering us the space we need to regain composure and find emotional clarity. When we choose silence in the midst of emotional turmoil, we create the opportunity to process our feelings in a more constructive and thoughtful way, rather than reacting impulsively or being controlled by our emotions. The first step toward emotional balance through silence is the ability to pause and create distance from the emotional trigger. Often, when faced with a challenging situation or an emotional trigger, we are quick to react without fully processing what is happening. This can lead to knee-jerk responses that we may later regret, as our emotions temporarily cloud our judgment. Silence offers the space for us to pause before reacting. It allows us to step away from the immediate emotional charge and observe our feelings without judgment. By taking this moment of silence, we are able to disconnect from the intensity of the emotion and give ourselves the time we need to respond more thoughtfully and intentionally. In this moment of stillness, we also create space for self-reflection. Silence invites us to explore the root causes of our emotions. Often we react to situations based on surface level triggers, but there may be deeper feelings or past experiences influencing our emotional response. When we embrace silence, we can examine our feelings more deeply. Are we reacting to the present situation, or is there something from the past that is affecting us? Silence allows us to uncover these underlying emotions, bringing awareness to the patterns that may be influencing our emotional state. By understanding the source of our feelings, we gain greater control over them and can address them in a healthier, more balanced way. Another crucial aspect of emotional balance through silence is the opportunity it provides for calming the mind. Our emotions are closely tied to our thoughts, and when our thoughts are scattered or overly influenced by external factors, it is difficult to maintain emotional equilibrium. In times of stress or emotional upheaval, our minds often race with worries, fears, and doubts, which only heightens the emotional intensity. Silence serves as a reset button, allowing the mind to calm down and regain its clarity. In the absence of external noise, we can quiet our thoughts and create the mental space necessary to process our emotions more effectively. This mental clarity enables us to distinguish between our thoughts and our emotions, allowing us to respond to situations in a more composed and balanced manner. Furthermore, silence encourages us to build emotional resilience. Life is filled with challenges, disappointments, and setbacks, and it is easy to become emotionally overwhelmed when faced with these difficulties. However, silence allows us to develop a deeper sense of emotional strength. It teaches us how to endure emotional discomfort without immediately reacting to it. When we can sit with our emotions in silence, we build the inner fortitude to handle adversity with grace and calmness. Instead of succumbing to emotional overwhelm, we learn to observe our feelings without becoming consumed by them. This ability to remain grounded in silence, even in the face of emotional challenges, helps us build resilience and emotional strength over time. Silence also enables us to practice emotional regulation. Emotional regulation refers to the ability to manage and modulate our emotions in a healthy way, rather than letting them control us. Many people struggle with emotional regulation, especially in moments of high stress or conflict. But silence offers a powerful remedy. By creating a pause between stimulus and response, we give ourselves the time to assess our emotional state and choose how to react. This moment of stillness provides us with the space to assess whether our emotional response is proportionate to the situation or if it is being amplified by other factors. Silence empowers us to regulate our emotions, allowing us to respond in a way that is calm, measured, and aligned with our values. Moreover, silence can help us reconnect with our inner sense of peace and stability. In our daily lives, we are often swept away by the external noise and the demands of the world around us. Our emotional state can become erratic as we are constantly pulled in different directions by the pressures and responsibilities we face. Silence, however, creates the opportunity to return to a state of inner stillness. By embracing quiet, we reconnect with our true selves beyond the noise and the chaos. In this space of silence, we are reminded that our emotional state does not need to be dictated by external circumstances. We can cultivate an inner peace that remains unshaken, regardless of the challenges we face in the outside world. This inner peace is the foundation of emotional balance, and silence is the pathway to experiencing it. In times of emotional upheaval, silence can also facilitate healing. When we are overwhelmed by pain, sadness, or grief, we often seek to escape these emotions or push them aside. However, true healing comes not from avoidance, but from embracing and processing our emotions. Silence provides the space for this healing process to unfold. In the stillness, we can sit with our pain and allow ourselves to fully experience it. Rather than rushing to numb the discomfort, we honor our emotions by giving them the space to be felt. This process of emotional acknowledgement and acceptance in silence enables us to heal more fully and move forward with greater emotional clarity and resilience. In addition, Silence promotes self-compassion, which is a vital component of emotional balance. In the rush of daily life, it is easy to become critical of ourselves, especially when we make mistakes or fall short of our expectations. Silence offers the opportunity to be kind to ourselves, to reflect on our experiences without judgment, and to embrace ourselves with understanding and compassion. By practicing silence, we give ourselves the gift of self-care, allowing us to nurture our emotional well-being and create a more balanced, compassionate relationship with ourselves. Finally, silence helps us to integrate and make sense of our emotional experiences. After experiencing a powerful emotional event, we may feel unsettled or confused. Silence offers us the space to process these emotions, to reflect on their significance, and to find meaning in the experience. By embracing silence, we allow ourselves to assimilate these emotions and use them as opportunities for personal growth. This reflective silence provides the clarity we need to move forward with a greater understanding of ourselves and our emotional landscape. Through silence, we learn to transform our emotions into sources of strength and wisdom, which in turn contribute to our overall emotional balance.